What is going on, YouTube? I am back at it with yet another stream. I had to take off a little earlier because I was busy doing something. But we are back, fortunately. And I'm here, your favorite streamer, Travis the Potato. And we're going to be doing some fucking iRacing, baby. We could either do Long Beach. I guess we'll jump into Alton Park Circuit with the Mustang GT4. Let's just make sure, for those of you curious, we're on the Moza active pedal system. 540, it's all good. Where is it? Mustang throttle. We'll just say Stang throttle. There we go. Oh shit. Let's open Race Labs real quick. Hey, I'm not going to be able to hear you guys, but we're doing a 300-day challenge where we go from a $25,000 simulator to a real GT car. We're giving away a PC on May 1st. If any of you guys are interested, all you got to do is subscribe. Come over to Mueller Motorsports. I'll put it in the chat.
Hey, Dakota. How's it going, buddy? How's the racing tonight?
Oh, well, I already did my 4 races on Thursday, so I was just, I was actually in here making another video for you.
Awesome. I gotta get 2 more here.
Well, then, run some laps, and I'll see where we can get you some time.
I was waiting for the big turn there. I didn't realize we're open. mean to go off track with it. I've actually never done this race in a GT4 Mustang. We typically only do it... We usually only drive GT3 cars, and usually we gotta go around that whole bend right there, which is super fun. I'd rather have that than this open straight. Hey, I'm going off to the side. I've actually never seen this layout. Typically, we only run the Rainmaster in GT3 cars. I've never seen that last turn just cut off and kept open. That's kind of cool.
You guys hear me?
Put this down just a little bit.
Nobody else is talking, that's why you can't hear us, right? The big 10-4. Okay.
Let's just fix one other small little thing. That's what I get for trying that with no heat. Turn my wheel force down. Perfect timing. Yeah, you don't want to race with like that. GT racing, you're only going to have 10 to 12 force max, and on the older cars, you might get up to like 15. It just like really depends. But good pedals are the play. Having super high force can be distracting sometimes. Sometimes it just depends on what you're driving. There we go, that already feels better. We're not going to jump in here and drive, we'll just wait till it starts up. I couldn't believe that race yesterday on Sebring we did. We were a 1/10 of a second off from the world record. And it started doing that weird-ass thing with the clutch. And what I learned is, if I would have just stayed left on the straight, I was going through too much water. That's probably my favorite thing to do on iRacing are the Rain Masters. Because majority of the time, you're getting people that know how to drive in the rain, and it's so much fun. The thing about the rain that makes racing fun is every corner is more of a risk. And it's like, you could start in last place and finish first. Or you can start in first place and finish last because you go off first turn. Don't get me wrong, that can happen in any type of racing you're doing. But, particularly when it comes to... Hold on. When it comes to the rain, you just have a way, way lower margin for error. Plus in GT3, like if you're in the 992, your wheels are gonna lock up like crazy. So if you push just a little bit too much on those pedals, game over. I think we'll keep the line on for the pace lap and then shut it off. I think that's the plan here. I keep wanting to slow down through that first corner because you guys have seen me do GT3 races a million times where that corner is closed off and you have to go through it's kind of like a hairpin. It's not a hairpin. I don't know why I said that. It's just like a little roundabout. Typically, you're going to drive a car that has 3 pedals. You're going to use 1 foot for braking and gas, and you'll flip the throttle with your right foot, heel toe method. But when it comes to GT cars, since the clutch is on the wheel and you're not using the clutch, you can drive with both feet. So if people join and you think this looks weird as hell, that's why. This is an actual technique I'm doing. Technique? Call that it because I went off track, but right now we're in first place. Oh, stupid off track, dude. We really wanted to run a 130, but pisses me off. Close out and close back in. What's up, Lucas? Let's have a good, clean race. Good luck, everybody.
One lap till we go green. Line up on the left side. Pit road is closed.
Do what?
I got my driver license.
Come on. A bumblebee who likes to eat his KFC. Deuces. She gone. How the fuck did I end up in 4th? Nobody even passed me. I think that one guy was just acting like a moron and cutting a bunch of track. And he probably got disqualified. somebody asked me why I'm doing this, and my wife and I, we went through a loss of a baby, and she almost died, and life got really scary, and for me, this is my outlet, and she's very, 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 very supportive about that. I couldn't be more grateful to have a wife like her. bites the dust. Only here at Mueller Motorsports will you see people that can't drive. Ka-chow.
lap coming up yet, or the next one? Still got one more? Thank you. Third place finish, not too shabby. Good race, everybody. little race. Iracing, the most realistic simulator that there is. We might have just gotten a promotion. Hold on. Sport. So, iRacing, the reason that it's like so expensive, there's other games I think I can get to feel more realistic, but there's no game that has been out since 2008. So, with iRacing, you don't just buy the game, you pay a subscription, and then you have to buy the tracks and the cars in the game, and it can get pretty expensive compared to other simulators. And when it comes to iRacing, it's expensive to an extent. Definitely not if you're just starting out. It's not expensive. Like if you just go into rookie, it's actually like you just pay the $10 a month and drive what you get. But other racing games, you just have people drive backwards and can drive through you and ruin your race. iRacing, it has a flag system. So if you hit somebody, if you go off track, you can get penalized for it, and then intentional wrecking, you can get banned for it. Like, they take it super serious. And, to me, it's worth it. Like, you put all this money into a simulator, you want the realism. You still run into assholes, but it's a lot less common. Let's just use Gran Turismo for an example. You play that, probably 80% of the lobby is going to be toxic. You play this, it might be one person.
iRacing won't put up with it. They'll just ban him. Hell, Max Verstappen, he's been banned on iRacing. Literally.
Oh, that is on me, 1000%. Sorry. My face is bugging me. Holy hell. Man, I am tired. I don't know why I streamed today. See what you guys are saying in the chat. No, not at all. It's not pay to win. So, iRacing breaks down like this. Like, you have to understand the game has been out since 2008, and it's a subscription service. There's no game that has been out this long with this many players. Look, this is how many people are online. 12,522 people on a Friday. That might not seem like a lot for a game, but it's a shit ton because you have jam-packed lobbies. So, for example, you pay the $10 subscription for the month, and then to drive the Mustang, it's $12, and for the track, it's $12. And you own that stuff with that account forever, like as long as your subscription is active. And if you don't pay your subscription, you still have the stuff, but you just can't race it. It's about... So, Forza is not a simulator. It's a sandbox, arcadey style game. This is if you have, like... My pedals cost $1,000 per pedal. My wheels... I have all kinds of different wheels. I got this one, which is like a GT form... Could be Formula, could be GT. And then I have a butterfly wheel, a BMW wheel, a Lamborghini wheel. I have a whole bunch of shit. My bad, I dropped my freaking other wheel on my headset, or on my keyboard. iRacing is totally worth it. It's cheap in comparison to, like, yes, you could spend a lot of money on it, but for what you're getting, like, these cars feel like real life to a certain extent. There's a reason that all the pro race car drivers are on iRacing. Sorry, when I'm in a race, I can't see your chat. I have a way to set it up. It's just distracting. So, I already have ADHD as it is. I need to focus on driving. That's why I talk to you guys after. But iRacing is worth it. If you want to learn how to drive cars, but you don't have a ton of money to pay a subscription, Assetto Corsa and iRacing. But Assetto Corsa is good. It's just, like, if you're looking for something online to play, iRacing is better. Look, I didn't plan to race these races with people, and I'm playing online. This isn't single player. There is single player modes for this, but it takes a lot of practice, man. You'll look at this and be like, oh, I could do that. It took me 6 months before I could finish a race without crashing or causing destruction, and it probably took me 2 years to understand how to properly drive a car, and I'm still learning every single day.
And the reason it takes so long is because this is unlike anything. Like, even with the Assetto Corsa, the thing it does better than iRacing is the graphics. People always complain about the graphics in iRacing, but you have to keep in mind, this game has been out since 2008. We're not here for the graphics. We're here for 25 to 50 player lobbies with realism. And it has VR as well. And the VR is incredible on iRacing. And the graphics aren't bad by any means. The graphics look incredible. These tracks, just to give you a little known fact, you see like the cracks in the track and like how some parts are rough. These tracks are 3D scanned. So you could go to the track in real life and walk it, and all the cracks and everything will be there, down to the tiniest ones. And that's because iRacing 3D scans and constantly updates everything to make it feel as real as possible. And that's the main purpose for this. A lot of people play for fun, but some people are on race teams and are competing. Like, if they don't have a good race, they're not driving that week. They might be the backup. And if they set a better time than the driver, they get to race. Like, sometimes that's how it works, not all the time. Every little thing you do on here, like if I was to just touch my wheel to the grass right now, my lap would be invalid. If I was to drive backwards and start crashing people out, then I'm getting banned from the game. And if you're wondering what I'm doing right now, in iRacing, there's qualifying, or you jump in, let's say you jump into a race. There is qualifying, then or you have practice for 15 minutes or 30 minutes, then you have qualifying, and then you have the race. And like when you do this, you actually like, you have like a pit box and everything, you have tire wear, and down, all the way down from, like, if somebody drives off-road and gets debris on the track, that can mess up your race, because they can get your tires all dirty, all kinds of shit. And then, like, if you crash, too, let's say somebody hits me just a little bit too hard, where do we qualify at? Grid position 6. Somebody hits you just a little bit too hard, they can give your car damage and you're out for the entire race. But for what it costs, for $10 a month, you get the Miatas, you get a bunch of oval cars, stock cars, you get a whole bunch of shit at BMW. It's definitely worth it if you are wanting to check it out. Hell, it's cheaper than buying a game. My jaw's bugging me, Jesus. And I have my certified racing license. Costed me about $6,000. Beautiful picture. I look a little yellow, but And this is cheap, my friend. A Mazda Miata shitbox car. To go race one of those for a weekend, it's going to cost you about $25,000. So people are always like, oh, you've spent this much money on your rig. How can you spend $1,000 on racing pedals? It's like, I want my rig to feel as real as possible. And I'm spending a lot less money here opposed to if I was actually racing. Good luck, everybody. Let's have a good, clean race.
Green. Line up on the right side. Pit road is closed.
My granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Kaboom. Kablow. Blam. She hit the hookah. Loud. Kablam. I have a radar as well, so if you're wondering, like, why my roll cage and all that is, like, blocking my mirrors.
Really? Really? Piece of fucking shit. You're a piece of shit, dude. Fucking asshole. Nah, you're known for being a fucking fucktwat, dude. I don't even know how much longer you're gonna be on this game because I'm gonna fucking protest you, you asshole. Sick of that shit, dude. We spend all this fucking time qualifying and practicing for somebody to fucking give it to us up the ass. I hate that. And that fucking asshole knows exactly what he did, too.
yeah, there's gonna be fucking consequences. rage has ever fueled me this much. Guy in the Red Bull Mercedes, I gotta give it to you, man. Complete respect, dude. That's how people should be. Besides for that fucking idiot in the Porsche, good race, everybody. Yeah, there's no better sim out there. Here, I'll show you this real quick. You want to see me race a fast car? I would say I'm probably one of the best people on here in this thing. I have like 2,000 hours spent on this car, just this car. I typically get first with it. Man, that pissed me off, though. That would have been a really good race. That guy was just a fucking asshole. Like, some people, the biggest problem with iRacing is the same thing as real life. People have egos, and instead of racing with the rules, they are role-playing, and if you pass them, it's not in their script, and they're just going to take you out, dive bomb you, and just do all kinds of shit. And, like, you'll have people that don't want to practice at all and don't want to get better, but yet they want to race and be first. In iRacing, you're not allowed to fucking dive bomb people, but yet people still do it. You can dive bomb, don't get me wrong, but, like, if whatever your move is causes an accident, like iRacing in general, I shouldn't have to... Blocking, for example, let's use that. If somebody was behind me right now, and I'm doing all this shit, that's blocking. Like, you're not allowed to do that. But you'll have people that do that, and you're also not supposed to change your line. You're supposed to... So, look at the green line right now. If I was to stay over here on this right side, like this, and then move over and brake and somebody hits me, that's on me. You're not allowed to change your line under braking. You're not supposed to. Kids don't shut the fuck up back there. I swear to God, I'm turning the Mercedes around, and we're not going to do this race at Sebring. I will beat the living shit out of you. Alright, dispatch to Breaker 4. This is Mueller Motorsports, and we got a problem. I'll set the first place lap time in one go. calibrate my pedals yet. Forgot to do that. Yeah, these guys suck. Look at their lap times. We're about to blow that out of the water. Hey, we're going from a $25,000 sim to a real GT car in just about 300 days. We're going to be giving away a PC on the channel at Mueller Motorsports if anyone wants to check it out. You guys are all slow, by the way. Shake and bake, baby. That little bump there slowed us down about 2 seconds. Scared the shit out of me. Oh! Here at Mueller Motorsports, if you ain't first, you last. Shake and bake. Shake and bake. Honestly, the shades might be a go-to with all the lighting in here, so I don't get headaches. I was just doing it for the persona, but in all honesty, it might help.
Travis, how do we enter?
Yeah, there's no way anybody's going to beat us at qualifying unless we fly off the track.
0. I would say those chances are 0 with the way the lobby is right now. Get our trusty racing gloves on. Sponsored by Shake and Bake. Nintendo can lick my asshole. You, Nintendo. I'm doing this for Dow. I see the other cars on my radar and they can't even catch up on the qualifying, which is funny. Hinga dinga dinga hinga hinga dinga dinga dinga.
fourth at a 2:15. Damn. They're probably in, if I had to guess, a 992.
One lap till we go green. Line up on the right side. Pit road is closed.
Wow, I like that. You're a fucking retard, dude. Go back and review what happened, I guess, because people don't know how to fucking act right. Oh my gosh, dude, what a fucking retard! Let's watch that one more time. Like, why? You're not even supposed to do that. But he ruined everybody's race, and then he disconnected. So... he slams into the Porsche. 4 incidents. And then loses control. And just dives straight into me. I don't even have time to react to that. Ruined 4 different people's races because he, like, you didn't qualify there. Why are you trying to jump? What are, like, Jesus, dude. And it's in the rain too. Hey, what's the hate for, bud? I think this guy just wants to hate for absolutely no reason. The fuck am I racist? What are you talking about? You're out of here.
Yeah, because I fucking deserve to have somebody drive straight into me. That's, it was probably that fucking moron. Brother, I'm half Indian, you moron. And I can do that. Doesn't mean I'm a fucking racist. Just because your sensitive bitch ass doesn't like it, get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants you anyways. Hey, buddy, at least I'm doing more than you. When you have your own channel, your own house, your own wife, you're just jealous you don't have any of this. You're jealous a guy with a speech impediment and a disability has more than you, so you're shitting on me. My BS? What BS? Absolutely what BS? What BS are you calling? I'm just done talking to this guy. I don't know who hurt this man, but got nothing better to do to come in here and just shit on people for absolutely no reason. Yeah, I don't know what that guy's problem is. It's like, I'm not the one who caused the fucking accident. I'm not the one who, like, my theory is it was probably that fucking guy. Like, you jump in here, you jump into a race, and you fucking dive bomb me. Like, what am I supposed to do? No avoiding that.
anybody else in here, I don't have my chat open while I'm racing. I'm on a triple screen display, and it breaks the immersion with Iracing. So usually I have it open on my phone, but we're using Droid Cam as the next display. Do I have no steering? Oh, wait, what? Why is it? What? For whatever reason, we were mapped at 720 again. Did pretty good on the last race in here. We got third. We also did pretty good on the last Rainmaster before we got taken out. We got fourth on that one. I just genuinely couldn't believe that guy said I was racist. Like, that's the problem with the world. You get offended at something, you just start calling fucking names. Like, what is wrong with you? If you're offended by something, leave. It's that simple. You don't know what my personal beliefs are, or what I believe, or what, you know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You clearly got nothing better to do than to fucking hate. not so good in GT4 cars. I'm alright, but not getting anywhere near 131. Actually, we might. Let's try late braking up on this. I like that a little bit more. You get your traction back quicker. Go -25, somewhere like right there. Grab my thing. Yeah, but man, if you're gonna shit on other people, you absolutely like don't belong here. You know, God loves you, God loves everyone, but that don't mean that I have to tolerate you. So if you want to be an asshole, like I'm well off, and you know, if you want to just come hang out and enjoy and have a good time, then come hang out and have a good time. But if you want to be an asshole and just troll like that guy, get the fuck out of here. You know, I just started doing this about like 6 months ago after my wife and I lost our baby, and she almost died. She went through sepsis, and it was just something that was like really scary. And you know, she pushed me to do this because she told me that we don't know when our time's gonna come. It could come any day, and we need to do the things we love and chase our dreams while we're still here. And I am not a professional race car driver. I just do this for fun. And the whole journey is going to be going from a sim rig to a real race car. So
One lap to green. Line up on the right side. Pit road is closed.
and you guys might see me be a bit snappy on the microphone. We just had to put my dog down 2 days ago. And I am just out of work. And it's been a pretty stressful time. So this game has been the one thing that's been kind of like holding me together a little bit and making life a little easier. But
Out of all the people that we've had on the stream, though, that's the first guy I ever talked to that was an asshole.
Sorry.
Oh no. I think that's the first time anyone's ever regained traction in a Mustang before. I just saw a crowd and the car just did what it did.
just too slow. Putting a little bit too much on the brakes and a little too much oversteer. And I did it again, damn it. seventh. Losing a lot of our time right there. In Rainmaster, I'm usually a lot more used to going lower and taking that first exit right there with the cones. in fifth or fourth. I'm not sure if those people were just coming out of the pits or what that was, but fifth place.
Great job, driver.
Nice. Boost us a little bit. Hey, what was he saying about 1K iRating? There we go. I don't really know how to drive LMP, but we could try it. Ugh, I'm so tired, dude. Why am I tired? Oh, my head is killing me. I don't even know if we're gonna do this race. I'll jump in here and show you guys, but I gotta work at 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know why the fuck I'm on right now. So tired.
Gotta fix that real quick. That hurt my teeth. The force feedback on that, Jesus. What we got it set at for this car? Feels a little better. It hurt my teeth from shaking. Well, don't forget the wheel's not the only thing that's... I have a butt kicker in the front, 2 on the sides, and then 1 under my chair. We probably won't actually do this race. I don't really know how to drive Feels kind of like a GT3 car with the braking. It feels like the Porsche 992. I don't like this. It feels like I'm floating. Just keep in mind, if you're a new viewer joining, I can't see you talk while I'm in a race. I don't have my overlay pulled up for obvious reasons. You guys see how fast I'm going? It's like, I can't look away from the screen. It's just not possible.
Sorry about that, guys. One of the reasons